Hey there guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. We're going to be talking about Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. It comes out in less than 1 week. Could not be more excited to see this movie. It looks absolutely amazing. A Shakespearean piece of art that we're going to be, privy to, and cannot be more excited, like I already said. But let's jump into this article. We're going to be taking a look at some of the quotes from the director saying that he would like to potentially make more of these movies going forward. We've got some new clips and footage, and we're going to be taking a look at some, theater kind of advertising of this movie from around the world. There's some really cool sort of billboards and stuff we're going to take a look at, and it kind of gets us hyped for the movie. So let's jump in and have a read and see what's going on. So, director of Godzilla vs. Kong teases future sequels, more story to tell. Obviously, new footage, extended clips, and TV spots. Guys, I don't know if you consider any of these spoilers. They're not really spoilers. They're taken out of context. They're just small little clips from the movie. I understand if you guys might not want to see them as the movie is so close to us now, but I don't really care. Seeing these small clips taken out of context and then seeing the full, movie on an IMAX screen is completely different for me, so I don't really care. But these clips look really, really cool, and I thought you guys might enjoy them, and let's go down and take a look. So, the director of Godzilla vs. Kong has ambitious plans for the future of the MonsterVerse. That's fantastic to hear. Give me all the MonsterVerse you possibly can. Ridiculous, turn your brain off, kaiju action, smashing each other to pieces, breaking cities apart, smashing buildings, all this kind of crazy Hollow Earth stuff. I absolutely love it. So, during an interview with Discussing Film, Adam Wingard, the director, questioned about his plans for further narratives within the Kong and Godzilla universe. His response was candid, expressing his desire to expand the cinematic universe with new films, emphasizing that there's an ample opportunity for fresh stories. Quote, "I definitely think there's more story to this, and I think that I have more story to tell," Wingard stated. "But it just depends on how Godzilla vs. Kong The New Empire does, and how things kind of shape out. I do have more story to tell with these monsters, and I know where I'd go with it." That's fantastic. So it sounds like he's been brainstorming a little bit where he can take the story forward. That's given the box office response to this upcoming movie. Obviously, if it falls flat on its face, fails to meet expectations, for the studio, then I'm sure we'll probably still see more MonsterVerse movies going forward, but maybe they'll scale back the plans a little bit. But this sounds fantastic that, he's thinking about the MonsterVerse going forward, because I know you guys are like me, we want to see all the MonsterVerse we can get our hands on. So, having previously directed Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021, Wingard now working on his second film featuring these iconic characters. Expressing his sentiment, the director hinted at the desire to round out the trilogy with the monsters. The whole idea that if you've done 2 movies, maybe you should just go ahead and do a third, because there's a trilogy in there. I would be very excited to be able to come back on another one if these things worked out. Yeah, that would be fantastic for the director to come back. He's already got experience working on 2 of these movies. If this movie is successful, he's going to go on to do a third, and then he would have completed his MonsterVerse trilogy, which is great. And then if we get another movie after that one, potentially a new fresh director can come in and, keep the franchise fresh, because you don't want the same director working on the franchise for too long, because it could become stagnated. We want a new director, fresh ideas. If Adam Wingard comes back to do the next one, then the one after that would be a new director. So, let's see how things shape out. So, I love this awesome picture here of just, Kong just looking at that kind of iron gauntlet, the mechanized gauntlet that he's got. I can't wait to see what he's going to do with that. Smacking fools about with it. It's going to be so fun to watch. So, Godzilla vs. Kong pays tribute to Godzilla -1. That's pretty unexpected. So, this could be a reference, and it pays homage to the Godzilla 1 movie, which is pretty interesting. So, following the last Godzilla and Kong film, fans were treated to Godzilla -1. Delving into the monster's atomic bomb metaphor roots, the Japanese film garnered exceptional acclaim, boasting a 98% critic and audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Director Wingard recently shared insights highlighting a tribute to -1 in Godzilla vs. Kong The New Empire. Obviously, the movie, that Godzilla -1 was just all kinds of incredible. It just absolutely smashed expectations. It made shit tons of money. It won the Oscar for the best visual effects, which was insane. Nobody in their right mind thought that it could possibly win, against movies like Mission Impossible and stuff like that. But it was the dark horse in the race, and it won, and I could not be more happy for the Godzilla franchise. But Adam Wingard goes on to say this: In our film, there's a scene where Godzilla is rampaging through Rome. Can't wait to see that. We have a close-up of his foot crushing a building adorned with a mural of himself. Wingard detailed. Then Godzilla Minus One was released, featuring that fantastic shot where Godzilla's foot pushes the ground up as he steps down. Oh, that's pretty cool. So there's a scene in this movie where he's in Rome, Godzilla's in Rome, in Godzilla X Kong, and he smashes down on a mural, and it's kind of a harken back to the Godzilla Minus One scene, where his foot smashes down in the trailer, and you see the earth kind of shatter upwards. I'm sure you guys know which which piece of the footage from Godzilla Minus One I'm talking about. But that's really, really cool that he's paying homage to that, and I really, really do like that. So guys, what we're going to do now, before we check out those extended clips and those kind of TV spots that I talked about at the beginning of the video, we've got some kind of billboards and kind of marketing for this movie that's been going up outside theaters around the world that I've seen on Twitter, and I thought I'd show you guys some of these pictures because I think they're pretty damn cool. So let's take a look at these pictures. So yeah, let's check out these kind of marquee boards that are popping up outside the theaters. I just thought they were cool. I thought you guys might like to see them. But we've got this one here, Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. We've got Godzilla raising his fist into the air, and then we've got Godzilla behind. Just this kind of massive, almost like cardboard marquee outside a theater. I thought it was really, really cool. Let's move on to the next one. Then we have a 3D statue of Godzilla outside a movie theater again. It's at night, it's being illuminated, his mouth is illuminated, his eyes are glowing, his spines are obviously glowing as well, pink. I thought this was super, super cool. I would love to have this. I would so purchase it and put it in my front garden. I wouldn't even care what the neighbors think. This looks so cool. Then we have a similar one. Oh no, it's the same kind of statue, sorry, but from the other side. And then we've got Kong, again, that signature kind of raising the mechanized arm up in the air. He's being like illuminated from below with the blue LEDs. And yeah, so, so cool. Outside a theater, this is wicked. I would love to have my picture taken in front of this. I think it looks super cool. Then we get a daytime shot of the same, mural of Godzilla and Kong. We see it in the daylight. It looks really awesome in daylight. We see obviously a tourist taking a picture there from the front. Looks super, super wicked. Let's zoom in a little bit. But yeah, I think this is so cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, but like, this is cool, the fact that they decided to put this outside. I'm assuming it's outside a theater. I don't actually know that. Or it's in like a town center somewhere. But I just thought this looked really wicked, and I thought you guys might want to see it. Then we get another daytime shot, but from the front. This is super wicked. I really do love it. It's not life size. Not if it was life size, it would probably be the same size as the building behind. But yeah, again, this would be a great tourist spot to have your picture taken. I love the fact that Kong's raising his arm into the air, kind of like he does in the movie. Godzilla's like sprouting out of the ground behind him. And this is just so wicked. And yeah, but that's kind of where we are, guys. I just wanted to show you these images. I just thought they were really, really cool. And I thought they might, be interesting to you guys. But let's go on to those sort of clips and extra footage that we have from the movie. Let's check those out.
In this big, grand adventure.
I think you really get the full experience when you see a film like this in IMAX. That's what they're made for.
Was there anything that you drew upon from past IMAX examples that you brought into the making of this film?
It's interesting because I guess the last film that I saw before we started making this movie was probably Dune, which was also made at Legendary. And I thought that film really utilized the scale of the world in such a way with the IMAX that it really drew me in and made it this kind of almost three-dimensional experience. And so I really I knew that with Godzilla Kong we were really building this fantasy Hollow Earth world, and we were taking you on this very fantastic adventure. And so.
It's a bit rough and ready, but it should hold.
It's good. It looks good, Trapper.
Damn good.
He's either going to love it, or he's going to rip it off with his teeth.
So yeah, guys, that was the extended footage and some like extra clips from the upcoming Godzilla X Kong movie. I think they look great. It looks insane. I never consider these kind of clips spoilers. They're out of context. They're just small snippets. They don't give away any plot points. But I hope you guys enjoyed that and enjoyed some of those marketing billboards that we had a look at also. This movie, like I said, is only less than 7 days away, less than a week. Cannot wait. Been waiting for this movie for so long. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be an Oscar caliber Shakespearean, experience. It's going to be a turn your brain off kind of popcorn flick. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be over the top. Kaijus just having some smashing action, just kind of breaking stuff, going ham on each other and fighting each other. And it looks so good. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know, are you excited for the upcoming Godzilla X Kong movie? What did you think about those advertising billboards? Would you want one of those if you could buy one? And what did you think of these extended clips that we took a look at? I can't wait to hear all your thoughts, comments, and opinions down in the comment section. So make sure you drop them down there, guys. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you taking time to come and talk movie news. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.